Reverend Rob Lee. Bold, smart, and straight to the point. This is Tarot with an Attitude.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Tarot with an Attitude. I am the host, Reverend Rob Lee. Wow, bang. Okay, yes, it is spring has sprung, and I figured I'd go with my flowered shirt and announce that spring is here, finally, in New Hampshire. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, the Divine Mother, the Spirit that protects us, guides us, and keeps us whole. Thank you for everything that you've given us. We have just opportunity after opportunity. We have free will. We have choices. Thank you for that. Please have your angels close. Have the spirit guides closer. Open my mind. It's been a rough day, so please open my mind and make sure I am clear for your message and not mine. So, mote it be. Wow. Yes. See, I tell you, when you're talking to spirit, you're talking to somebody, you're talking to God, just talk to them like they're your friend, because that's what they are. All right. So, wow, here we go. We're going to get this started. So many people in the house. Donna, Sierrandell, great to see you. And let's find out. So we're going to get this party started. Tori came in and posted a question. Hi, Rev Rob. I would love a message. I'm working on a tech and enviro project that is designed for emissions reporting. Oh, that's cool. I need some advice, push, or redirection. Okay. So, Spirit, I'm going to bring this up so people can see me shuffling, doing my thing. Spirit, Tori is asking about advice in an area that I know little to nothing. So I need your guides close. I need your spirit to channel directly. Okay. And she's working on a tech and environmental, that is designed for emissions reporting. She wants some advice, push, or redirection. Let's see what we've got here. All right. Thank you very much. All right, Tori. I'm going to keep these a little shorter tonight. Make sure we get to everybody and get everything done. All right. So, Ace of Wands. Now, this is there needs to be a new push, a new direction. And what I'm getting here is this is the fire. Maybe it's time to take a look at this from a different standpoint, or allow a new fire. It's that what you want to create, what you want to do. Take a look at this. There's a new burst that's coming, and you need to be ready for it. Okay. One of the things I've got here is you keep slamming your head against the wall, against the same thing over and over and over again. It's time to give that a break. Okay. Give yourself a mental rest. What does your heart tell you? What does your intention tell you? This is very important. This is not saying quit. This is saying step back. All right. Maybe enjoy a day at the spa, enjoy a day at the beach, enjoy a day somewhere where you can free your mind. All right. So I want you to free your mind, but then let whatever this is going, let go of some of the emotional anchorage that you have to it, so you can rest and see things a little more clearly. You know, what we have here is the Eight of Wands. So we started with the Ace of Wands. The Eight of Wands is all about movement. What I'm picking up here is I want you to take a look at you've been driving to get this thing done. 8 is about movement. And again, we're wands, fire, desire. You got so locked on a path. There may be something in the past that you missed. I'm getting review your notes. There might be a way to turn, when you go back and you look, you're like, oh, if I do this, I can still apply. You might have been like a dog with a bone and gotten into something that made you feel like this is direction, and you dove in, and it might be a little time to change that up. Go back, review the past, because he is looking at the past. The Eight of Wands is about movement. So you do want to move forward. You don't want to move backwards. But sometimes to be able to move forward, we have to look at those steps And that's what I'm getting that we took. And did you miss a step? That's key of what I'm getting to this reading. 5 of Wands. It may have been something everybody was arguing about, or maybe if there are other people involved in this, which I'm really feeling there are, we're at the 5 of Wands. This is conflict. Is there something that you felt needed to be done, but other people didn't side with you, so you let them kind of drag you off course? This is what I want you to go back and review, okay? Something got missed, all right, because of all of this drama and everything's going on. This is a very past-driven thing here. Give it a break. Just go back and start reviewing your notes over and over. If you remember a time when there was a little bit of upheaval with the people that you're working on, start there. Go back to that point and see if there's something you wanted to do but didn't, or did do but didn't want to. This is the time of being able to redo this, all right? And either undoing something or doing something you didn't do. That's what I got, Tori. Wow. Please let me know. That's a great question, all right? Absolute fantastic question. And we all want to hear, inquiring minds want to know. So that's really cool. We want to hear, we all want you to succeed, and everybody wants to know what the hell you're doing. That's cool. That you're in some type of project like that. Tori, that's awesome. Let us know what's going on, and we will be glad if we need to go any further to do that. All right. Might have a sneezing fit coming on. If I go mute all of a sudden, that might be me having a sneezing fit. All right, but here we go. All right. Glad to see Jennifer's here. Donna's here. Sierra and Dell. So many people. Thank you, Tori Tribe, as a reminder. If there are any questions, there you go. You all see that. Sierra and Dell. All right. Hey, Rev Rob, should I consider getting a part-time job? What message does Spirit have for me this week going into my birthday? Oh, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sierra and Dell. Happy birthday to you. Yes, one of our tribes having a birthday. I always sing to them. I hope everybody enjoys it. If not, I'm going to do it anyway. So there you go. All right. All right, Sierra and Dell. Spirit, Sierra and Dell wants to know about getting a part-time job. Should she do this? And what does she need to know? So we're going to do this in a couple different ways. I'm being told, I don't know why. I feel like I can't use that one. It broke. I got to get that up to my wife. So it was this one. All right. So Spirit and Pendulum, first of all, Spirit and Pendulum, will you work with me today through this pendulum? Yes. Any cleansing needed? No. Doesn't appear so. All right, I got to be careful with my shoulder. My birth side is kicking in. I'm doing the whole blue emu thing on my shoulder. So there, let's find out what's going on. So Spirit, thank you very much. Sierra and Dell wants to know if she should consider getting a part-time job. I got to know that it's not needed. It was slow to react, okay? So we're going to ask a couple of questions here. What does she need to know about getting a part-time job? And then because it's her birthday, I want to know what we're doing. But first, let's deal with this part-time job thing and what does she need to know? All right, part-time job. Keep charging on with what you're doing. Oh, let me bring this up. Everybody can see it. The Chariot is at play, the 7. This is about staying focused on moving ahead. You're doing some things, what I can get, Sierra and Dell, to make your life different. Don't go backwards. All right? But stay focused and keep driving on. There's work to be done, and that's going to need to be. The Knight of Coins. Keep moving forward. Think about this with a part-time job. We have the Knight. We have something about charging. Might need some help, things like that, and things might seem a little rocky, okay? But the Knight of Coins is saying you're fixing to charge into the future. You've got this battle. Take it. Knight of Coins. You're going to have some more money coming in, coming your way. Keep a very close eye out. All of this with coins, 9 of coins. If you keep your direction, stay focused with what you want to do. Don't let things pull you off. You're going to be able to manifest whatever it is you need. That's what I've got here with the 9 of coins. Okay. So, wow, that's some strong cards about the part-time job. So let's now say she's got a birthday coming up. The birthday girl. All right. Let's find out what's going on. She would like to have a message going in to her birthday. All right. Let's see what's happening. All right. Message for Sierra and Del and her birthday. All right. So, May 5, month of conflict, getting to push through, getting ready. Great month to create some things or whatnot. This is a month for you to manifest some things and get some things moving. So break free. Don't be afraid to buck against the tide a little bit, Sierra and Del. Here we go. And all right, what does she need to know about this coming into here? We have the death card. This is not a card to be feared. 13. All right. When we look at 13, normally it's not a broken down number, but I love to break this number down. All right. The 1 is that new beginnings. Okay. New starts, the individual. 3, creating something beautiful. All right. Being able to actually build something and do something wonderful, looking at what's going, putting some things into action. What wonderful numbers that surround the death card. Because as you know, sometimes we have to put some things to bed in order to be able to grow something new. And you have something old that's going away or you need to put away, and you're going to be able to start something new and get a new beginning and new ideas. You know, what we're looking at here. Oops, I just hit something on my screen. There we go. Find out what's happening here. All right. Wow. Okay. We're using the second major arcana card. So for this year, there's something I'd like to know. If you would tell me, and Gillian, if you would keep an eye on what day it is in May that is your birthday, because we're looking at major arcana cards here. All this reading is major arcana so far. This is talking about things that are going to change your life. These are things that are going to be major steps for you. These are not mundane, everyday things. Use your personal knowledge. See how close the high priestess is tied to the moon? I just saw that, May 17th. Okay. So 5 and 8, 17 coming together. All right. On the day of the 17th, 1 and 7, 1, new beginnings, things happening, things starting over, the individual. 7, looking, observing, giving praise, but 1 and 7 is 8. So we have 5, the conflict, the creativity, but the 17 becoming an 8 is now looking at building and beautiful, but moving. It's going to be about learning something. You're tied to the 8th, which is about moving, learning, teaching, that type of thing. 9 is the manifestation. So 5 and 8 would be 13 and 9 would be 24. Okay. Which the 24 is now talking about a relationship. And the 4 is that building a good, solid platform, but it's a 6. And 6 is about breakthroughs, it's about victory. This is your year. Okay. This is about being able to step through something and declare victory. You need to use your personal knowledge, okay, along with your intuition. It's going to be very important. All right. Very, very important. There's going to be something that you're not, wow, that's going to go with this card. Okay. What I'm seeing, there's something in your everyday life or something that is giving you a fit. Okay. And you keep hanging on, trying to make it work, these different things. What it's saying is it is okay to let something go. Mentally, you're in this battle with it, trying to make it work. All right. And what I'm really picking up is in that battle, it's time to let that mental battle go, pick a new horizon and go towards it. Okay. I hope this makes sense. You're going to be able to accomplish some things are happening for you. Some things are going to be great, but it's time for you to leave some old stuff behind. All right. And set your eyes on a new path. Use your intuition. There are things you already know and your gut is already telling you, and that's going to be very important. Wow. Banger. Okay. There we go. Let me know what's happening. Let us know. We'll keep you in our prayers and see what's going on. All right. Getting these cards back mixed up. Find out what's happening here. Where am I at? Okay. Figuring out where I left off. Cynthia. Reverend Rob, my husband found out today he's going to have a stent in the main artery going down to the left ventricle of his heart. Tell him welcome along, brother. Okay. He is trying to play cool, but I feel his stress. What can spirit tell? Let me tell him. It ain't that big of a deal. Okay. Trust me. Mine, they didn't even go through my leg. Now it's gotten so much better. They went in my arm. Yes, they still put you out, things out. Went out for that nice sleep, woke up, had a bandage here, didn't have all that crap going on in the main artery. Yeah, if that's what they're doing, ask, because let me tell you something. I was in that same boat where I was sweating it because it was like, oh, they're putting a stent in. This is the beginning of the end, blah, blah, blah. No, it's really nothing. Just now you need to, and I got to start following my own advice here. Do what the doctor says. All right. Some of this changing things in our diet and different things at our stage in life. Yeah, we're like, yeah, no. Okay. But it's time. Okay. It's time. So, but tell him really, there's not a lot on that deal. Okay. He'll probably be out the next day. All right. Because again, they went right through my wrist. It didn't take anything at all. And I have the one that he's talking about. So that, very good. But Cynthia, so what does Cynthia need to know? All right. What does your intuition tell you? What is his gut telling you? I know he might be stressed. Okay. But get some knowledge, search it, look it up. This is talking about using knowledge. Oh, helps if I open the window. Okay. So use that personal knowledge. Understand there's more than one way to skin a cat. All right. And this is one of those things where he's got a goal. All right. He's going to be able to do everything. He's going to be able to charge on and move on. Get some knowledge, find out what's happening, and you may be able to take a lot of stress off once you know that there. Now, don't freak. Okay. The death card again. All right. But what this death card is saying is it is maybe time to put some old habits behind and start some new habits. All right. And those type of things. It's going to be fine. He's going to come through this and actually probably not have the chest pains or the breathing issues that he was having. That's going to be what's there. So understand, yes, we got to do away. Maybe we might need to shift some foods you're eating or whatnot. I have no idea. But some new things are coming and you're going to be okay. What's ironic is we've seen both these cards. I put one in the middle and one about a third of the way down, and here they both come up again. So again, double messages for people. You know what? We have the 2 of coins. All right. Juggling, stress, things like that. Might have to start saying no. Might have to tell the daughter, hey, guess what? All right. Grandpa's got to slow down. All right. So we're going to have to figure some of this stuff out. The 2 of coins is about juggling in the real world, different things. Notice we have emotional things going on here. We have the water. Okay. We have the ships. But at the same point, she's juggling things so fast and so furious. That's one of those things that this relationship, you need to look at how your relationship with him and y'all's relationship, there are going to be some things that might change. We just mean some things need to calm down. Maybe he's not going to be able to do some of the things he used to do. I remember one of the things my wife was, I'm huge on Christmas lights. Huge. And I am anal. I am Chevy Chase, but I would have done it a little better. Okay. One of the things my wife had to put her foot down on was I was not climbing ladders anymore. Okay. I just wasn't. They might put him on some blood thinners. That's going to be some of those crazy bruises and bumps. It's going to have to be careful. But there are some things that are going to have to be handled a little differently. But he's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Don't be afraid. Okay. New journey, new trip. Going to have to rethink some things for a while. maybe lose some weight, do whatever. But this trauma is not going to hamper you any more than you let it. Okay. This is having to do with things that happened in the past or whatnot, and maybe not living. And he's eating on his own head about, well, I should have done. We all do. You know what? Let that crap go. Okay. There's life beyond the wall. I still do just about anything I want to do. I shoot pool. I'm very active. The Knight of Coins. He's still going to be able to do things. He's still going to be able to go out. This is nothing for him to fear, okay? But he's going to have to get focused on some new things, and that's what this is about. Consider it a warning shot, okay? But tell him, especially if they're going through the arm, don't even worry about it, okay? This is like, wow, they could actually, it seemed like other than putting me out, that's one of those things that I had way more worry than what that was worth. Okay. Way more worry. Buddy mine went through it when they were still doing it in the femoral, all that staying over, the weights and all that stuff. No. So find out if they're doing it through his arm. Okay. That may take a lot of the stress off. Okay. And if they're only doing one, that's also a good sign. Okay. I only had one. All right. That's it. It's a great sign that it's only one. Okay, something got clogged. We need to clear this and open a line back up. All right. So the Knight is here to say he's still going to be active. You're going to have to plan. He might need to call for help on a few things, of projects that he wants to do. Maybe not running out and grabbing the shovel and digging a whole new garden. You may have to pay somebody to have that done or come in. And I can already hear him now going, no, I ain't doing that. Yeah, you might. Okay. So it is one of those things. And that's where things new are coming in. He's going to have to look at some things that are going to go differently for him. Just changing some lifestyle things. Okay. So yeah, nothing to worry about. All right. Let me know what happens. All right. Bang. See, I'm going to do this here so y'all can see how much I actually move these cards around to make sure that they don't come out together, or if they do, Spirit meant for them to. Okay. So that's kind of cool. So Cynthia, wow, bang. Here's what we're going to do right now, everybody. Let me do this. Okay. I don't know why I'm having problems getting focused here. Our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, Cynthia's husband's going through some medical. I'm telling your angels to fly. Raphael, fly to him, fly to Cynthia. Healing is needed. Soul is needed to make sure that he's not worried, he's not scared, and that pressure comes off. This lady, it means a lot to us in this room. This lady is a powerful member of our tribe. And we are again asking God that you come in, you take this, and I'm telling you, we need healing, loving, and caring and compassion on this family. So mote it be. There we go. All right, Cynthia, you let me know, and you've got my number. If you need anything, let me know. I know we're not right around the corner, but that's what's going on. Peace. Hi, like to when I will get job, what's coming new for me. Okay. All right. When will I get the job? All right. Let's do this. I have a little cheat sheet I might bring up. All right. Just because I can't remember everything. All right. I can't. So I have a cheat sheet. All right. And I'm going to take a look here, see if I still have it. Yep. There we go. All right. So I'm going to bring this over here so I can see a little better. All right. So want to know about when you're getting a job. All right, we're going to use this one, okay, and find out what's happening here and see if we can at least find out how long or whatnot. Let me see. There's a couple of these here that I like to use. Not that one, not that one, not that one. Okay. There it is. Okay. So here we go. Spirit, Peace wants to know about when she's getting a new job. Okay. We're not even going to say she's not getting it. When's she getting it? Okay. So let's take a look. So I have the devil card. Okay. We're going to deal with this in another way. I'm going to go until the first. We have the wheel, the world. Okay. This is too crazy. All right. There are some things you need to break away from. You might need to look at your resume or some things that need to be done differently. All right. And to maybe change the way you're looking at some things. One of the things I see here is resources are coming in. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is going to happen. Things are already in that process for this to happen. And the world, the highlight, the understanding is coming. So make sure you're ready because this I'm really feeling is going to happen quicker than what you know. So this very well could be, I'm really picking up here, Peace, that this very well could be something new. All right. And you might need to study up on something. Somebody might ask you to learn something, but be ready for something new. We're stepping into cups a lot of times, talks about like a month or two or summer, that type of thing. So some things are building up, but you need to be ready for them. This is what I'm seeing, the 5 of Cups. So there we are with cups again. So yes, I'm seeing that there's something you need to redo in your resume, but be patient. Look, don't jump at everything, the first thing that comes up. All right. And then we need to understand Spirit's going to take care of you. Resources are coming. All right. It might take a month or so. All right. But you'll get it. Hang in there. Wow. Bangarang. Okay. That was crazy. All right. Oh, I didn't have here. I'll do this. So we will let you see the cards that came up. All right. Man, I'm a little bit off kilter today. I don't know what's going on. All right. There's the first set of cards that came. Let's bring those up for you. All right. So again, the devil came up 15, 1 and 5, but 1 and 5 and 6 is breaking free. So it's breaking free from the old thing. So I see something new that's actually coming new into your life. The Wheel of Fortune is that 10, which means something ending, something new starting. But it also means a lot of times this means some new resources and things are coming into your life. Time-wise, the King of Cups is like, be patient. All right. Take a look. I know it's emotional. Don't let your emotions drive this. Stay in control. At the same time, the cups also talk about whether this could be months or in the summer. All right. We have the world card. There are things, something new is fixing to break, and this is going to be very, very cool for you. All right. And 5 of Cups. Stop looking at what was in the past. Again, cups, months, or summer. All right. So I'm seeing this, give it a month or so. Things are going to unfurl, and you're going to be laughing about your last job or whatever was going on. All right. So I hope that makes sense. All right. We'll see what happens here. All right. What's coming new for me? All right. I only do one. We'll have to come back because I got other people waiting. So do me a favor. We can come back to that. All right. But let me I want to make sure I'm getting to everybody. So that's what's going on with the job. We'll come back. Just remind me, Gillian, remind me if we have time at the end, what's going on. I'll come back around. Okay. And we'll do that. So Jennifer O'Rourke, Miss Jennifer, Reverend Rob, my dog Zipper has always suffered from anxiety. He's on meds, and we are very active with our vet to help him be his best. Can we ask spirit and angels to help him and guide me too? Most definitely. We just talked about this like last week or something. So here we go. All right. Tribe, it's somebody's pet, somebody they love. A lot of you have pets, those things. Let's do a prayer and come together as we have been told to do in almost every scripture, whether it be the Bible, whether it be the Talmud, whether it be the Quran, whatnot. The message is in there, call on me, I am here. And the more that call on me, the more I will hear. So, our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, Jennifer O'Rourke here is dealing with an animal that means a lot to her, and she needs some guidance on what she needs to do. Okay. Open her up. She's working with the vet. One of the things I'm getting is make sure you're listening to the vet. I just picked that up in this conversation, but it's very important that way when she's looking for guidance, she's looking for direction, and we want her to know and the dog to know that you're close, that you love all living things. I'm asking the angels, particularly Raphael, out of healing and comfort, to come give the dog peace, give her peace, and let her open her mind to what needs to be done. So mote it be. I don't mind doing that at all for somebody. Okay. That's very important. So here's what we're going to do too. All right. For the guide, there's your prayer. Let's do a quick reading. What does she need to know? All right. Quick reading. What do you need to know? Boom. There we are. All right. So, you know what? I didn't cut them, and it's telling me to cut them. All right. Five of Cups, the grief card. All right. What I want you to do is stop worrying about what's happening. If you're doing everything, make sure you're living your life today. Turn around, look at the joy, experience the joy. Dogs have much shorter lifespans than we do. It's going to happen at some point or not. So make sure you're making the most of this time with this animal, making the animal happy, spending the extra time, doing whatever needs to be done. But don't keep looking at what's going to happen. We know that's going to happen. Okay. Look at what you have. Turn around from that picture and enjoy today. Enjoy tomorrow. Put that dog in your lap. Do Reiki on the dog. That all of these things will help. All right. Temperance is here. Temperance card 14, 1, a new beginning. 4, a new base, new balance. You got to find it out. That's the 5. That can be that little bit of chaos and creativity and bringing things. But in this, the biggest thing is you have to find balance. You've got to find balance in the things you like to do, things dog wants to do, these type of things. And finally, you have choices. All right. 7 of cups. All right. We have choices about how we can live or live our life and be happy. Okay. It is okay to make choices that are good for you and good for the dog, as much as other people don't want you to. I'm picking up. All right. Spending the money. Some people, you know what? Spend the money. Do what you got to do. So when the inevitable happens, you can look back and say, I gave this dog Zipper, had everything, the best care or whatnot. It was time. And this is one of those things, but we enjoyed life. Okay. Make that choice. This situation is telling you it's all about choices. Spirit is saying, what choices are you making with and how you're living with this? Okay. You're not to be, remember, I'm being told this is very important for you. Okay. You're worried, you're scared. All right. And that's understandable. But remember, animals pick up on what we feel. Huge. All right. So you need to let some of that go. All right. So the dog's not living wondering what you're upset about. Okay. On top of its anxiety, let some of that go and enjoy. Go out and smell the roses. Take your walks. Do whatever you need to do. But that's very important for you to be able to come to balance and both of you be able to live just a beautiful tomorrow. All right. I hope that makes sense. Wow. Banger. Okay. Joey in the house. Glad to see Joey's in the house. Kim Beam, welcome. If you have time, I'm in need of General Reed. General Reed. All right. Oh, no General Reed. All right. Never heard of him, but we'll find out. We'll ask. I'm only kidding. All right. Kim is in need of a general reading. All right. Here we go. Let's see what's happening here. All right. Ooh, okay. There's some communication issue going on somewhere, something. Don't know what that's about. But wow, it just hit me in the throat really, really hard. Gonna bring this up. Let's find out. You might even hear, yeah, holy crap. Let me get some more coffee. All right. Wet the old throat. A lot of times when these things are coming up, there's a communication deal that something needs to be addressed or it's not being addressed properly. I don't know what that is. So let's find out. So Kim is dealing with something and would like a general reading. Here we go. Spirit, help me out. We might be fixing to change decks, Kim. All right. 10 of Cups. Some there's what I'm really picking up here, okay, is the 10 of Cups is a great card. Things are happy. Gillian likes to talk about this as like the Hollywood ending. And the 10 of Coins. All right. You have things there, but why am I picking up things are not happy? I don't know what. I'm getting hit in the head with this a lot. That something happened and we're turning the corner. 10 being something new. So you're going to have to jockey something or do something, but all right, here we go. We're going to go here. Yeah. 2 of Coins. Remember I said jockey something? Here we are. We're back to juggling things, doing some things. And I feel like this might be causing some friction. All right. It's okay. Things are going to work out. Might be starting some new things over. Something new may be happening, but happiness and joy is yours to be had. There's going to have to be some communication and maybe something gets redone. We have the fight. Yeah, there we go. This talks about the mental unrest. All right. Actually arguing, maybe fighting with somebody, a job over some of this crap you're going through at work. I don't know. But what I'm really seeing here is remember, you got to be careful to not do something. This is reminding you keep to the higher ground. You keep your ethics, okay? Because you don't want to win the battle and lose a war. All right. Is that making sense? I hope so. All right. There's a need to defend yourself. Defend yourself. All right. 7 of Wands talks about standing your ground. Don't give in. Whatever this is that's going on, it's okay. One of the things I would advise you is you've got a tool in your belt. It's like a carrot. Okay. Use the carrot to guide somebody into where we need them to go. Is that making sense? Notice I said stand, defend yourself. All right. Don't go on the attack. All right. This is very, very important. Everybody needs to take a breather. All right. There's that 4 of Swords again. We can pick up the battle, but we're fighting a fight that doesn't need to be fought. Kim, is that making sense? Okay. It's time to let this go. We got bigger fish to fry down the road. And something's being, you're dealing with something right now that is maybe big. This one's tough, okay? Because that I feel like somebody's picking a fight, all right, over something that is really irrelevant, and you might need to let that go. Okay. Whatever. Wait for the biggest thing. Give this a break. You can't win this whole battle. We have the Ace of Coins. New resources coming. Things are coming your way. Things are going to open up. If this is around resources, if this is around different things, it's all going to be okay. All right. So let that in. Give me a buzz. I'd love to talk to you. Okay. You know how to get hold of me. And let's talk that one through a little bit. Okay. It's going to be okay, but give this a rest. Okay. That I hope that makes sense. That's what I got. Okay. Let me know. All right. Wow. Rough night tonight, everybody. Woo. Things are popping in. Let's see what's happening. All right. What do we got? Girl Gone Duffner. All right. Love the name. Is my gift bad or good? If it's a gift, no way it can be bad. Did Spirit give it to you? I want you to ask some basic questions. What I feel like what I'm really getting rained on with right now is the fact that you are having some abilities that family or other people that are not of like-mindedness are trying to tell you is horrible. Okay. It's not. Do they believe God gave you gifts or that you're making them up? All right. Your gift, if it's a gift and it was given to you by Spirit, no way is it bad. And you might need to look at some of these people and go, okay, God gave me this gift, right? No, the devil did. Oh, the devil did. So the devil's creating gifts. You know, stand your ground on some of this, okay? Because your gift is not bad. It's your intentions, how you want to use it, and where you're going to go with that. All right. I'm mixing these cards back up. I am shifting decks. I have been told to shift decks, and I'm trying to make sure which deck because I've got so many sitting here. All right. I'm being told to go to this little cute deck. What is this called? Gillian, it's the Chibi Tarot. Chibi Tarot. Chibi. All right. Gillian, pop a link in there for everybody so people that want to know. All right. Let's go here. All right. Is my gift bad or good? Okay. So be good for goodness sake. Oh, there we go. All right. So, Seven of Swords. All right. What I'm getting here is somebody is literally trying to steal your mental health. They're trying to make you think something. They're trying to steal peace, happiness, and joy. Okay. That's not what you're doing. That's the Seven of Swords. It always reminds me of somebody's trying to, they don't have your gift, or everybody's got your gift. They don't have it tuned in. So they don't want you to use it. You know, we have the Hierophant here. Okay. Need to remember the Hierophant is talking about what I see here is that you need to get structure in your life around this gift. All right. Make sure that it's being used right and that you're using it right. How are you using it? Are you putting this in the higher power's hands? Or are you drawing on it from another source? That's going to be the good, bad part. Okay. The Hierophant. Remember, God gives all power. All right. That's going to be very important. Seven of Coins. Stop. You don't have to be in any hurry. Stand and look at the blessings and joys around you. All right. Take a look. Think about this. This is Seven of Coins. This is very real. Okay. And I want you to stop, be still, and look. You have to examine your garden, where these gifts grow. All right. And what is your intention with them? How are you using them? Are you blotting Spirit out and bringing something else in? Then there's some things that have to be talked about. All right. But, all right, if that's not it, remember all things are given through the grace of God. All right. Through Spirit, through the mother, through the divine feminine, everything that is, that was, we all have these gifts that we can give. Some people just tune into them. Okay. Other people do not. People around you, you know what? That's what I got. Okay. There's some religious people wreaking havoc in your life because they don't understand what's going on. It's also new to you. So therefore you're questioning old. In a series I'm working on, we're looking it up, and I was dealing with some of this the other day in some research I'm doing about religion and choices that are basically brainwashed. You've been told since childhood, okay, that you didn't choose. We had all that put on us by our parents, whether you're Catholic, Methodist, whether you're agnostic, whether you're Gnostic, all of this could be thoughts that were put into you. And what we're seeing here is you need to stop, take a look, like I said, and look at this from a different perspective. All right. And other people need to look at this from a different perspective. Chances are, being the son of a Baptist preacher, they will not. But if you notice, think about yourself, what you've been given, what you intend to do with it, and things will be fine. We have the King of Wands. You need to take control of your life, and you need to assert some authority about where you want to go and what you want to do with it. All right? It's that simple. There's nothing bad about any of this unless you're giving something bad credit for it. Does that make sense? I'd love to talk to you more. Let me know and see what's going on. 10 of Cups. Life, joy, happiness. Great things can be yours. All right? But you just use this and use what you know to do. Stay away from people that don't have the same beliefs as you. That's simple. Okay? You can't make somebody, okay, understand you all the time. All you can do is present yourself and then live a peaceful life and do what you need to do. All right? But this is all going to be okay. That's what I'm seeing. Wow. Banger. Okay. There we go. Some great questions tonight, folks. I got to take a minute right here because my brain is like going on overload. But thank you. Everybody, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button, hitting the like button, and most importantly, sharing this and letting other people know that we are here and that we're doing this. Okay. Wednesday night, Laura will not be here, but Hills Pugh is filling in, and we are going to be doing a really cool topic. Look for it, and would love to see everybody there, and let's see what's going on. So here we are. Samantha, I would like to know about my future partner. Will be a special partner for me. Will be him stable. All right, Samantha. This has to do with you dating. You're going to have to live life, okay? You're going to have to meet people. You're going to have to find out. And if somebody comes into your life, all right, you should date them to find out if they are stable, okay? Your future partner. What I'm getting right now so much of is stop worrying about your future partner and start worrying about your own grounding. Get grounded so spirit can take care of this. You are in such a need of somebody else, okay? You want to know what they're going to be like, how it is, or whatnot. Guess what? You're asking for a cheat code. Who's coming into my life? Well, I could tell you certain things, but if you don't follow your own path and somebody pulls you off path or whatnot, we have free will. Our future is not set. I do not believe in predestined future. So one of these things you need to do is to understand, all right, here, hold on. He's going to be as stable as you want him to be. Okay? As stable as what you're willing to put out. It's that simple. That's the way life works. All right? What does stable mean to you? Let's talk about that. Are we talking about financially secure? Are you going to have to work? You know what? Neither Gillian nor I put that out there as part of our who we need to meet. Matter of fact, Gillian didn't put anything out there about who she's going to meet. I didn't either, because we had come to a point where we were happy within ourselves. When we did that, then guess what? Two people that are happy came together. We dated. We understood where each other was coming from. We knew what was happening. And she knew I wasn't a multimillionaire. She knew I didn't have thousands upon thousands of dollars. All right. But she knew I was somebody that she could work with, grow with. I knew she was somebody that I could work with and grow with and be able to grow in a way that I needed to grow. This is all up to you. 7 of Cups. It's the choices. It's your choices of what's going to be. You're so rushing to meet this person or know what they are. Be careful that you don't make a bad choice and bring somebody into your life that doesn't belong there. Because let me tell you something. I have done a lot of marriage counseling with people that have 6-digit, 7-digit incomes. That doesn't make anybody happy. Okay. It can help. All right. But at the end, it caused even more problems because the finances were something they had to deal with when things went sour. Okay. Your choices need to be your choices. You need to talk to spirit and say, I'm ready for somebody to come my way. And spirit might be going, you're not ready because you're too worried about it. You're too preoccupied with it. You're going to have choices to make. Look here. You don't get all these answers. That's what spirit is saying. The moon is here. You're going to get just enough for you to try to make a choice and see what's going on. You have to use your intuition. Be slow. What do you think? Where do you feel what's going on? Okay. Why this question? You know what? We've got the Four of Cups. I worked with somebody on this very card today. Okay. The Four of Cups, I call it complacency. And if you're not careful, you will be looking so hard at whether this person fits your bill, you'll miss who spirit's trying to send you. Live your life. Be open to anybody and everybody, but date them. Does that make sense? I'm hoping this makes sense because, this anxiety over who it is, what it's going to be, and everything else, that's something keeping you off path and off track. This is a little worry about the future. So much worry about the future that it'll keep you from moving forward and it'll make you make bad choices. The Knight of Cups is here. You have somebody that will come into your life. It might already be coming into your life. Things like that. Take time to look. You don't need to worry about if it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Okay. But you have to be ready to receive this gift of this person. We have the King of Swords. Get control in your head. All right. You can't plan everything out to that far. All right. And then not let spirit do what spirit needs to do. That's very important. I'm really feeling this. The Nine of Wands. I know you've been through this and you're tired of going through it, but this is life. You've got another fight left in you. You got another go round. Stand up, be tall, be who you are, and everything's going to work out fine. We have the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords. Now I got the Queen of Swords. Get your mental faculties under control. And remember, this is where a metamorphosis, a change, and things can happen because what you're putting out, so much worry or any of this is what's going to happen. And you can actually bring a mess to you. All right. The Queen, that feminine, take care, be who you are. Let them see who you are and not this who you're becoming because you're so worried about something. We have the Judgment. All right. What I'm really picking up here is spirit can't send you this person until you let a lot of this stuff go and you move on to the next stage of your life because they want to protect. Notice there's two people here. Okay. They need to protect that person as much as they need to protect you. All right. Because if you're not ready to handle it, it could crumple the relationship. All right. If you're not ready to handle it, it could hurt them. And therefore, spirit's not allowing it. It's coming. Spirit wants you to have this relationship. Things are going to be okay. You have to look at it. It's just life. The Two of Coins, juggling things, understanding. You got your spirit, you got your family, you got different things you're dealing with. Okay. Focus on that and let life happen, let things come, and let spirit present things. All right. So you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay unless you make bad choices. All right. That's what I'm really picking up there. All right. Wow. Banger. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Boom. All right. Get some of these back over here. Find out what's shaking. See where we're at here and find out what's going on. Okay. Noah Villarreal. I have questions about my relationship. Well, what are they? Okay. We need to know what you think. No. Okay. What's your specific? I need to know what you're asking. Okay. Do this. All right. I'm going to do a quick read for you. All right. And we're going to talk about what do you need to know about your relationship. So here's your reading. Okay. Here we go. All right. Hope I'm saying that right too. No. Okay. No one wants to know about his relationship. Okay. Let's just give him some answers about his relationship. All right. Two of Wands. All right. Two. So we are in a relationship mode. All right. What are you planning? Is anybody planning? Are we getting too serious with this too quick? This is going to be the thing. It is time to sit down and discuss plans, where people want to go. But most importantly, is this person that you're in this relationship with, are they able to go with you where you want to go? You have to be able to go with them. So I always tell people, if you want the right person in your life, do what you need to do. Okay. And maybe they will follow into something you like to do and you come together that way. All right. We have on that Three of Swords. You've been hurt before now? Old relationships. So this has got you a little gun shy or wanting to know what they're doing, where they are. So maybe that's what's happening because of the past hurt and trauma and the way somebody done you. Maybe you're doing a little too much reading into it, planning, wanting to know what they're thinking, things like that. Maybe you're overworking it a little bit. Yeah, look here. Two of Swords. These twos, relationships, Two of Swords, you got to make a decision. You got to make a decision. Either commit, it's kind of like one of the things, commit, word that rhymes with commit, and get off the pot. Okay. Stop letting fear, anxiety change what you do or how you either come to closure with this, with whatever happened, but don't drag somebody else into it and stop dragging it into your future. It's keeping you from moving ahead and from gaining some things. Take that and go. Four of Wands. You're supposed to be enjoying life. This person, there are things that are happening. I am seeing literally marriage down the road. I'm seeing some very strong celebrations in this relationship. Okay. But you got to deal with the past. You got to make some decisions about how you want to live. And then you got to come up and look at the plan. All right. But don't drag them through this. This very well has some great potentials, but a lot of this might be falling on you because you're a little too skittish. Okay. Let me know. Like to know how that resonated with you. Okay. So there we go. Wow. Banger. All right. Here we go. Hi, Rev Rob. New here, so I hope I'm doing this right. You absolutely are. I'm wondering if you have any messages for my spirit guides about discovering my talents and building my skills. Thank you. Absolutely. So let's find out. We have culture. I'm thinking that's culture Nevada. All right. Let's see what's happening. But culture in V. Get some cards working here. All right. I'm also going to ask your spirit guides to step in with me so I can hear whatever messages they have. One of the things, oh wow, it's got hit right in the head. Are you overthinking something? Is this whatever's going on, okay, with these spirits? Spirit is there. They're saying yes, okay? They've got your back. They're there. Your guides are there. They just feel like you're asking for too much validation, okay? That fear is playing a role. That's what I get, all right? That you need to start moving on and doing what you know and listening to your intuition. Your gifts will never come to complete fullness unless you learn to trust yourself and trust your intuition and trust your gifts. You have to train with your gifts. You have to learn how to use them. So know what's going on. You can't just a lot of times just shoot from the hip. That will come. All right. And that's where we're going. All right. Let's see what's happening here. Okay. Boom. Two of Swords. All right. Afraid to commit. All right. I moved all those cards around. Here we go. Shuffled, split the deck. There we are. Two of Swords. We're letting too much. You're overthinking this so much, and you're allowing things to keep you from moving because you feel you. What are you wondering? If you're right, if you're wrong? Do you want to build your skills? Are they good skills? Are they talents that you need to use? Then, of course, you're supposed to use them, and Spirit will help you. Okay. Are you battling with old belief systems? We've seen this before tonight. Okay. Our old belief systems and scaring. Use your intuition. Use this brightness. This is an eclipse. Don't let something that's been beating on you and fear keep you from doing the right thing. Okay. I haven't seen this Two of Swords. And there we go. Four of Wands. Yes. Okay. Celebrate. Find out. You are supposed to be using these, and you're supposed to be using these for the good of other people. All right. There's something in there you're supposed to be doing. We have here the Six of Cups, joy, helping other people, helping that inner child. Now, Six of Cups, I don't see it a lot. All right. This is one of those things where we're looking at the inner child and we need to feed that inner child. But we have to remember we're an adult. Okay. So there are things you need to do as an adult, but there are things it's time to remember. Wow. Boom. Bangarang. It's time to reclaim your magic. Back in the day, you thought everything could happen. It's time to reclaim that childhood spirit so you can understand what's going on. Okay. Time for you to live there and believe again and to understand. You know what? Strength. This strength about how you're going to live, what you're going to say, how things are going to be done. You're going to have to find this power. Okay. Somebody's going to challenge you. You don't have to take their head off with your words. Be kind, be civil. But remember, you have a beast within you. All right. And sometimes we need to let that beast loose. The strength is knowing when to let that beast loose or when to keep it tied up. Okay. It's not just always keeping it tied up. How do we go? The strength. We've got 2, 6, 12, and 20. This is involving a relationship with spirit, a relationship with somebody. Okay. 20, 2 plus 0, duality, knowing what's good for you in your life. I'm really feeling like right now, a lot of people are having problems letting go of old thoughts and old things and understanding that everybody can do this. Okay. But it takes work. You've got to sharpen your tools and to understand what's happening. I want to pull 2 more cards here. Page of Cups. You got to be passionate, go after it, and understand it's going to take work. Okay. But if you put your heart into it, things will happen and this will go fine. Let me know what's going on. Okay. Anybody that needs reading, everything down below in my link tree in the description. You can set a reading up with me. That way, I am still working on doing the Zoom thing so we can do some where I can help some people do some things or whatnot, So that's where we're at. All right, let me see what's going on here. Let's see. Hey, Rev, what message does Spirit have for me this week? I know I've been out, but I have been doing my meditations and prayers and calling things I want. Anything new coming up? All right. Let's find out what's going on. Joy, I'm glad to hear. Tell your mom, I think I gave her my number, okay, in an email. Tell your mom, okay, text me, all right? I know there was some things she wanted some things to do or wanted to try this, and I just haven't seen anything. We're having problems connecting. All right, hold on. Here we go, Joey. Let's see what's happening. All right. All right. Folks, I don't know that I'm going to be able to get to everybody tonight. All right. Some of these slowed me down a little bit. So I'm gonna do my best here. Let's go with Joey. All right, let's see what's going on. Okay. So one of the things I want y'all to remember: get in early. The show starts at 8:30. You can make sure you log in early and post your question. That way it can be right up top when I come in because I just work from the top down. And I don't want to cheat somebody by going too fast. Okay. And that's what happens when so many people come in and they come in late, then I start feeling like I'm not doing it right. And that's not fair to anybody. And that's not my goal. Okay. So let's make sure. Okay. Because some of these people are from 9 o'clock. All right. And let's see what happens. And that's just the way spirit is when I get to moving and some cards come up or so many people ask questions. All right, here we go. 3 of Wands. Joey, I'm going to cut this deck again. Okay. So we're going to go with this card because I did it, but I don't think I cut it. And I was told something needed to be cut again. So there we go. 3 of Wands. Things are coming your way. And what this is saying is be patient. Okay. You're putting things into action. You're doing everything you need to do. Yes, things are coming, but be patient. That's what it's talking about. That's really cool. We look here. We have the 9 of Cups. You are manifesting some joy, happiness. Things are coming. You're doing everything right, is what I'm getting here. And that's very important. The King of Cups. You are mastering. And one of the things is you're taking care and taking control of your own inner happiness. Okay. Your own peace, your family, the things that bring you joy, the things that give you fulfillment. You are doing that and you're taking good care. You are using that. Ace of Coins, new things coming, new resources happening. This is all great news for you, Joey. Let me know. Bangarang. Wow. Okay. Whoo. Here we go. Let me try to get to some other people. Joey, thank you very much. Glad you're here. I know you've been, I just know whenever I don't see you that you are out doing your dues, you know? I understand that. Kristen, hi, Reverend Lee and the Bangarang tribe. I'd like a general reading, please. Okay, let's see what happens, Kristen. Here we go. All right. Let's see what's happened. Okay. Folks, this is going to have to be my last reading. If I didn't get to you, I'm sorry. This very energy draining, okay? And this is I don't want to shortchange anybody. Okay. Wednesday night, got with Hills Pugh coming in. We're going to be doing a thing about faith and spirituality and whatnot. It's going to be a great show. Make sure you're here. But Friday night, come back and I'll be doing readings again. Okay. Get in early. Okay. And if you want to come on the channel with me, there's a way that you can do that. And you will get a more in-depth reading by coming live on camera with me on Friday night. So I apologize. I just cannot get to everybody tonight. I'm so glad everybody's here. You know what? We have the Empress, Kristen. The Empress is here to say something beautiful is creating. Something big is going on. Okay. You're going to create something. Do you know somebody that is worried or is not worried? Could be dealing with a pregnancy. That is hitting me very hard. Would like to know. Let me know what's going on here. Okay. But creating something. This is the goddess, the Empress. This is that divine feminine part of God that exists from above and below everything that we have. And this is something joyous to realize and something beautiful to be created. What we have here again is another major arcana card, the Hanged Man. Something's going on in this creation that you're going to have to take a different perspective on. Look at this. This guy's not stuck. He actually put himself up in there so he could look at the world in a different way, okay, and solve some problems. This is saying, take a look. We have a 3. The 12 becomes a 3. Think about that, creating something, taking a look at a different perspective. 1, okay, something new. All right. The individual. 2, a partnership and alliance. Again, coming together for 3. So there's something here. Sweetie, whatever this is, I know there's something big going on. You have the high priestess. All right. In here, I don't know why I've never seen her as a bride before, but in this deck, I'm seeing a bride. Okay. The bride vision, bride, baby, a lot of things coming with this. So some things are going to need some perspective. I'd love to hear more about this and what's going on, but use your personal knowledge and your intuition. See how she is related to the moon, everything with my intuition. But our high priestess, she's holding a scroll. And in most cases, this is considered to be the Torah, where knowledge is worked. Use your intuition and use your knowledge as they come together to be able to move forward. Then we've got, okay, all 4 cards, major arcana cards. All right. One of the things I'm seeing here is a relationship with something or someone that needs to be, we've tied ourselves to something, some thought, someone, something, and that needs to change. All right. You are tied down to something only because you've tied yourself to it. All right. There's a lot of information here. I would love to talk. Holy crow. All right. Yeah. You and I need to talk. Okay. You and I need to talk. 8 of Swords, fear of tomorrow, fear of things that are happening in the mind. This is that, and fear of yesterday. This is anxiety. This is about being afraid. You don't know what to do, or somebody doesn't know what to do. And we get here back on the Magician. This is the only card that is not a major arcana card. And so for those of you who aren't big into tarot, you need to understand. All right. There's 78 cards in the deck. All right. 22 of these are major arcana cards. Only 22. All right. And out of 6 cards, you have drawn, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you have drawn 5. The Magician is here to remind you have the power and have been given everything you need to take care of whatever this is going on. You can create your life. If you look, these are beautiful cards. Stop worrying about it. Things are happening. If you've got to change some habits or break something, some of that needs to be done. And this is what I'm saying, the 8 of Cups. If you're wanting more than what's there, maybe it's time to walk away from something. Okay. If it's no longer serving your good, okay, no longer serving what you need or going in the path that you want to go, it's time for you to walk away from it and leave it behind. We have the Hermit. Here we are with another one. Walk your own path for a while. Okay. Time to walk your own path. Look at things. Look at the past. Look at what's worked. Look at what hasn't. But look at where you've come from. And then you have to be able to turn around and say, where do I want to go? All right. Be careful about staring completely at the Gillian. Have you ever, now I've got the Hierophant. Okay. You and I need to talk. Okay. Shoot me an email, tarotwithanattitude@gmail. Okay. Organization, understanding, getting yourself together, ritual whites. Are you being tied into something because of old beliefs? All right. This is my fear. This is what I'm seeing. We have the 8 of Coins. If you want something new, you're going to have to work at it. All right. Build something new in this real world. You're going to be able to do it, but it's going to require work and it's going to require an attention to detail. All right. That's the best I can do for you right now. There's so much that needs to be read here. Okay. And I would love to talk with you. tarotwithanattitude@gmail. Just reach out to me. Okay. And let me see what I can do to help you out or whatnot. Okay. Because we need to talk about this because I know there's more there than meets the eye. All right. Way too many major arcana cards there. For this is going to be deep. And I don't want you, again, I don't want to go light on something that's going to be so meaningful. It's not bad, okay? But be so meaningful because we're trying to just get to the end of a show. I don't want to do that, okay? So please reach out to me, tarot with an attitude at Gmail. Let me know, okay? And we'll figure out a way to put this together, okay? So everybody, wow, what a night. Sorry it took me so long, folks. That's the best I could do tonight. But again, Wednesday night, Phyllis Pugh will be on. We might do some readings together or whatnot. I'm not sure. But also at the same point, we have Friday night, another whole session to do this. And I would love to see y'all there. So sorry to everybody I couldn't get to. It hurts my heart. But this is, yeah, it's draining me. Okay. And it's time to go. I can't get to everybody that came in. So do us both a favor. Everybody come in early. Post your question early so I can get to them. We can find out what's going on. All right. All who have inquiries in queue, please join us Friday night. Restate your question. Reverend Rob will read for you. You can put your question in advance of the live reading so your question is in. Absolutely. She words that so well. So, everybody, with all that being said, what I need right now is for everybody take what they want, leave what they don't. I need a little bit of love tonight because I feel like I let everybody down. There's only so much I could do. Okay. But leave having experienced some peace, love, and light.